not want to have kids, raising kids where I was like, some parents, like I never wanted to be afraid of my children, so to speak. I never wanted to be the one where I say do something and you'll say I'm not, or you're going to do this and you're going to do, I just didn't want that kind of lifestyle for me as a single parent, even if I wasn't a single parent, period. I didn't want that kind of disconnect with my children, that when a parent tells them to do something, you're going to do the opposite, or you're going to challenge everything that they say do. I'm just going to do what I want to do. And I hear my heart, understand that nobody's perfect. Sure, there's going to be some little mishaps and little things along the way. But since sometimes there can be a lot of mishaps, a lot of things along the way. So I didn't want my children, I have 2 sons and a daughter. I didn't want anyone to be lost in the streets, lost to drugs, lost to robbing, stealing, getting caught up with gangs or any of that. So there is no manual for how to raise children, period. You can giggle all you want.
I'm listening.
But there's no manual for how to raise children. But you don't want, but I didn't want them to be lost to the world, period. You remember one day, I don't think you remember this. He kept going outside because he was raised on tough love with a sprinkle of affection. That's what he said. So he kept going outside. Mikey, don't go outside. Mikey, don't go outside. Mikey, don't go outside. Mike, come in the house. Kept going in the backyard. So I went in the backyard like maybe the 20th time, whipped his behind. The neighbor behind me called the police. The police came to the house and told me that I couldn't spank him, or I couldn't beat him, so to speak. And I told the police that I'm going to beat him today so you don't kill him tomorrow. And I never forget that, because if you don't,
that line right there, boy.
Well, that's the truth. Because if you say what you want to say, if you don't teach your children how to act accordingly, it could go haywire. If you
in the house,
right, you could take that. Okay, let's wind that in. Let's reel it back in. Right. Go ahead. Come on.
You trying to test the hearts of America right now? You ain't. Let's come on.
Come on. Bring it back in.
So.
I ain't trying to touch the hearts of America.
You didn't want. So which was it? You didn't want us to be bank robbers, or you didn't want to lose control of the house?
Either one.
Which one? Was,
so if you lost control, hold up, wait a minute,
hold up, brother.
Come on, sister.
All right.
Okay, so if I lost control of the house,
I'll be a bank robber.
No, I'm not saying you'll be a bank robber. If I lost control of the house and you did what you wanted to do, act any kind of way you wanted to act, I'm talking about in a negative way. I'm not talking about losing control of the house where y'all come in there and y'all wash the dishes, because they ain't losing control of the house if you're making your bed. So losing the control of the house, losing control means that you're doing, it's like a negative effect.
I understand.
So if you're lost control, not just of the house, but of your children, so to speak, if you lose control and they're out there and they're doing whatever they want to do, they even act in any kind of way in the house, that stuff can transpire to the outside.
So where did that thought come from, though? Like, I'm gonna
because and when I was raised, I saw that happen in my household.
Okay, now we get into it. Now we put that. About time we brought the shovel out and started digging.
Because we talked about that earlier. Things happened that I didn't want to see. I wanted a different kind of lifestyle. We talked about that.
Okay.
Were you listening?
I was, but
okay, but let's cut it off.
But speak about the element of being like the single mother raising the 2 boys part. Because that's where you left off at earlier.
Okay,
but now you trying to make it seem like, I just want my children to grow up and be.
Well, I did want to grow up, but you got it. When you raising kids, period. Single mother, whether it's 2 boys, whether it's 1 girl, single dad, single parent, even 2 parents in a household, it can be difficult. Period. But when you're single, sometimes you're tried by your kids more often. So if there was a male role dominant figure in a home, it could be a little bit easier.
Do you feel like you were tried? Just looking at me while I'm asking the question.
Why don't you answer that?
I don't know. I can't speak for your experience. So what I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Why?
Just answer.
Yes.
How?
By you.
I said how, not who.
Like
I said how, not who. You dramatically like what? That was trauma. No, that was trauma. That was
Trauma for you?
No, for you. I said how. You said me.
By you.
No.
Okay, but no,
how.
but some of the things. Okay, you did. Okay. Some of the things. Not wanting to obey the rules. One acting up in school. Hanging out, acting up in school.
It's trying you.
Who you think is trying?
I'm just.
It's acting up in school. Yes, acting up in school is trying my patience.
Okay, keep on. How else will you try it? How else?
By this 3:00 exit.
Come on, how else?
The drinking.
Who? That's not okay. That's trying you. No,
okay, so what do you mean by trying? Okay, so let's.
What do you mean?
Okay, so I don't want to be. Okay, let me exchange it. Not being tried. I just wanted the household to be different. I wanted it to be different from what I was raised in.
You want a level of structure and order.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And you felt like in order to get that structure and order, you had to be a certain way. It's not that I had to be a certain way. It's not that I had to be a certain way. I just parented it the way I knew how to parent. First of all, I parented the way I was raised from Jump Street. And I always remember saying, I don't want to raise my children the way I was raised. I always said that. But I found myself doing that because that's what I knew. So I found myself in the cussing, I found myself in the fussing, I found myself in the fighting, or I found myself doing the things that I say I did. Now, when you want to do good, evil is always present. I mean, it's just how it is. I found myself. Where is that? Where?
I'm just saying, I just didn't want to. So, but I found myself reverting back to that lifestyle of what I didn't want to have. I didn't want to argue. I didn't want to fuss. I wanted to be that parent that was there at the football games, the baseball games, at the school, to come to the school, to sit down in the classroom. That's what I wanted to do. However, by me working at nighttime, by me being a single parent, things got a little out of hand. I mean, children are going to be children. To what extent they're going to be children, it's a whole different ballgame. So what do you feel like happened?
Okay, this is what I hear. It sounds like you. Let me ask you.
Ask me.
That's not effective.
Okay, it's not effective. You got to find a therapist in Jesus.
No. Were you afraid of being a single parent? Like, was there a level of fear associated with you being a single mother, having to do it all on your own?
No.
Oh, you was just.
I never thought about it. I never thought about. Well, I mean, if I sit back and look at it now, was I afraid of being a single parent? No.
Oh, you capable, huh?
No, I'm just. See, you want me to say it frightened? No. Why are you making a remark? I'm just saying. I don't even.
That's what I hear. And I'm not saying you were afraid of us. I'm just saying you were afraid of the responsibility of being a parent of three all by yourself. So I
wasn't afraid of the responsibility. You said about being by myself, and I wasn't afraid of the responsibility. I didn't want to lose my children to the streets, to the world. That's the one thing that I did. I've seen it happen.
Okay.
So that was my thing. I did not want that to happen. Did I make mistakes along the way? Sure. Everybody does. Did I make wrong decisions and bad choices? Sure. But my intent was for you all not to be lost.
So what was the well, I guess like why well, you said it was your upbringing, but I'm just trying to help
me, come on.
No, I'm not trying to help you. I'm trying to help me understand.
He said, no, I'm not trying to help you.
It's just the idea of you going into it like they not gonna run this house. I want to understand like
no.
That's what you let off with. I want to understand that.
Well, but you know what, Mikey? I say it a lot because I make that little joke. I'm not gonna be on Dr. Phil. I'm not gonna be on.
Oh, yeah. That ain't no joke. You say no.
But I didn't ever think that I would ever wind up on Dr. Phil. I'm just talking about looking at people being on there with their kids and stuff like that. But the bottom line is that I believe. I'll talk to America now. Maybe, but not. I just don't believe any parent. I can't speak for all parents.
I just believe that parents want the best for their kids. And we don't come with a manual. How do you raise your kids the right way, the wrong way? I mean, you got the Bible. The Bible tells you to spare not to rob. I mean, you're not supposed to do. But you're supposed to not. Certain things you're not supposed to do, right? But you do make mistakes, so you learn along the way. You learn along the way.
Okay, so what are some of the mistakes you think you made as a single parent?
Oh, shoot. The cursing, the arguing, the fuss. I remember when I was praying for you, and I remember clearly when God said, "When you change, I'll change him." And I'm like, "What you mean? What's wrong? What's wrong with me?"
I bet you did say it to God.
I sure did. What you mean? And it was like your mouth, the way you're acting, the way you got.
Who you talking to? Like that, right? Like,
no, he didn't say who you talking to like that. Because that would be who he talking to me. You know, the cussing, the fussing. You got to be more affectionate. You got to have the love and all this sort of stuff. And then even as I changed to do that, he got worse.
Why do you keep bringing this back?
Because it was about you. Right, it was about you. He got worse. But in that worst at times, sometimes I would slip, and sometimes I wouldn't. I would just walk away, wipe the tears from my eyes, and just go on about it. And then, I mean, things eventually got better. But I don't know what to say. There's always a better way.
I had to get on my violin. Boy, you just... Go ahead, keep going. We listening.
I'm going to get out my violin.
We listening. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Let me see what you got to say.
I'm not a single mother. I don't know.
You're not a single dad neither.
Well, yeah. So I don't know. But this was all.
No. But here's the deal. Listen. Okay. Let's take this all in. Let's take America. And I know somebody's going to agree with me. You're sitting here like you're still traumatized. Wait a minute. Hold up. No. Listen. Everything I say, you got to rebuke. Oh, I'm just listening. Go ahead, say what you say. Not a rebuke, but okay, I'm just hearing what she's a rebuttal. I'm just going with what you're saying. Like everything I say doesn't matter. It doesn't have any. It's like here it goes. Let's tell. It's like you're not accepting of what I'm saying.
No, I'm
no. Go back and do the replay and watch yourself.
I'm accepting it.
But you're accepting it with like little bit of smart sauce on it.
No, because you sprinkling
to you.
No, you got a little sizzle on it.
No, but to you. But that's how. Why can't you see it as no? Why can't you see it as
no? Because you started off one way.
No. Okay, it doesn't matter how it started off. Let me ask you a question. Why can't you see what I'm saying is okay? Let me look at from my mother's point of view, and let me try to understand that. No, it's always.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
See, look at.
Go ahead.
Oh my God!
Listening.
What you listen to?
I'm listening to you.
I asked you a question.
I see it from your. Well, I understand. I can see it from your perspective. I'm not a parent, but I understand what you're saying.
Okay, so
I just don't want clarity. That's all.
But why don't you accept the clarity as clarity? Because you will still run with it like. Go ahead, sprinkle a little sauce on it.
Do you think you still have some of those traits today?
Of course.
What traits?
Which ones? Anybody can revert back. Do you think you still have some of your traits?
I'm pretty good.
I know you pretty good at what?
I'm pretty solid over here.
What?
Nothing. Go ahead. You won.
It's always.
You know.
But there you go, America. Do you see the smirk on his face? Do you see the like? No matter what I say, you got to like. I can't say what you have to do, but even in the past, what I had to learn to do with how I didn't like with my upbringing, just accept what was. And move on. I just accept what was and say, okay, that's what happened. How do I move from this point and make life better? How do I make better decisions? How do I make better decisions and just, I look at the relationship that I had with my mom, my dad, and my brother, and my sister, and everybody else. Like, how do I make better decisions? Not just for the sake of them, but for the sake of me. Because everything that everybody tells me, or you, so to speak, or whatever, we can't take that as a grain of salt and like, oh my God, I traumatized them and I'm such a bad person. I'm such this, I'm such that. I got to look at it. Okay, this is your reality and your truth. My reality and my truth. How do we come together with our own realities and our own truths with somebody else, mesh it together and live life?
You're good at this.
I'm real good.